Morning at Collinwood. A fog has blown in from the sea, and it clings to the ground, and the trees make familiar shapes strange and frightening. From the window, everything looks unreal. And in our lives, a similar mist seems to have spread. And who can tell what is true and what is not?
What are you afraid of?
Nothing.
Oh, yes. It is me you're afraid of. Or rather, what I have become.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
I never knew you to be afraid of it.
Spirit of darkness. I am content with you.
It arrived.
Certainly has. I've already told Osmond he...
Are you Mrs. Stoddard?
Yes, I am. Carolyn, I don't like to offer any advice.
Where are you, David?
Is, something wrong, madam?
The color.
Yes, in his study. He keeps his storm boots there all the time.
Yes, I know where they are. I'll get them.
Just gives me the willies even being here.
Gives me the willies. That's funny.
Evan, there is someone who suspects us.
Who?
A man who claims he's a cousin. Barnabas' cousin. Barnabas Collins.
It's a sudden death, that I know. My father wrote me to say that my cousin, Uncle Jeremiah, was very disturbed. He said...
I finished the painting of Barnabas Conrad. I had Barnabas Collins last night, and I wanted to pass it on to him, collect my commission.
Miss Collins, Miss Winters, I'm sorry, do you know Mr. Collins very well?
I know that Magda has some sense, and I want to make sure that she has the myrrh and the things that she needs. Now, I want you to stay here and look after the ladies, take them upstairs, and lock yourself in a room. Yes. And I'll come back and get you later. Julia, you're giving far too much importance to that telegram. The odds are that the fire destroyed the portraits.
Who are you? What are you doing out here?
Poor Barnabas.
Tomorrow evening will be an occasion long remembered. That night must go with nothing wrong. If anyone comes into the mausoleum, tell them that no one is to come in here.
I was helping Vicky.
Helping Vicky?
Yes, it seems the portrait she purchased is missing. I was helping her look for it.
The portrait is missing. How unfortunate. And I am defending the right of this girl to be judged innocent until she is proved innocent. I'm sure that this idea is a little complicated for your mind to absorb.
What am I going to say to Maggie?
Well, say anything you want, but keep it down.
Well, I got to say something to her.
And you yourself, with all of your sentimentality, must know that he has to die.
I'll put your gear in the car, Sam.
Oh, thanks, Joe.
All the symptoms are there, Barnabas.
Are you sure it was a man, Samantha?
You don't believe me, do you? Miss Winters is the witch. Even Barnabas believes it now.
I told you the house will be entirely empty. Everyone is in the town.
Then go to the house.
Go to the house of the curse. Find something that belonged to Angelique and wait for me there.
Did you find out what she was doing there?
I asked, but,
Did it
yes,
have
sir, I
anything
did.
to do?
She said that she was here to meet your brother.
We should be expecting something like this.
Oh,
Julia.
we should have expected something like this, Barnabas. After that last time when he changed and there was no moon.
Yeah, sure, I was drunk. And everything about that night is hazy. But, well,
You didn't run away from something that you knew you'd done. You see?
drunk or sober, I would never run away from anything, and you must believe that, Mrs. Johnson.
If it was there, she has reason now to move it.
What do you mean?
She came into the room while I was still there.
And each of us.
I'll have Mrs. Johnson take your bag up to your room.
Oh, I can do that, Mother.
I missed you, too.
Barnabas, there's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Judith? Sam, I called a little earlier, and they said something about Maggie disappearing.
Burke, let me talk to you outside.
Now, maybe something, like a blood sample. When you examine it under the microphone, it doesn't show any mystery at all.
I'm just not going to sit here and wait for evening.
Oh, no, don't. Do something. Do something.
I'm going to.
Maggie's presence embarrasses him. He wouldn't admit it at first.
I've no idea how he got to her, but Jaeger is dead. Oh, Mrs. Collins, you're talking about a very inbred family.
Josette. Josette. It's 20 minutes after 9. The minister is becoming very impatient.
I'm very impressed with Collinwood. It's a beautiful house.
Thank you.
Collingwood. I never imagined that I'd see it.
Hello, Mr. Evans. It's a surprise. Come in. I've been worried about you.
I think he's going to be all right now.
Oh, yes.
Well,
But tell them that you saw no one here.
oh, that's fine. What am I going to tell her?
That you saw no one here. The police will be here. They know about me. I saw the silver bullets. I inspected his gun. I cannot trust Dr. Hoffman. I cannot take a chance. I will do away with her. Now.
That proves quite satisfactory.
Fine.
I've prepared a list of things that I'll need. There's a chemical supply house in Bangor. They'll have all these things. Willie will have to go.
What Mrs. Johnson must have thought. Don't start thinking about her or anyone here.
It will remain private, and I'll expect your cooperation in keeping it that way.
I do earnestly hope, Jeremiah, that despite yourself, you will be able to regard Millicent with an open mind. If not today, perhaps tomorrow.
Poems and songs of Robert Burns.
Well, aren't you going to answer your phone?
Depart from her, ye cursed demons, into the everlasting fire which burns all evil and leaves only the ashes of what good she once possessed. Devils, be humbled. Shrink in fear at the dark night you must shortly see.
You may be sure, madam, that I will keep you fully informed. And you can help by keeping your eye on Quentin's activities.
Yes, I intend to do so.
You aligned yourself with the devil himself.
Don't you ever talk to me that way again. Do you understand?
And suppose you tell me what you have in mind.
Listen to me, Forbes. I will not allow my name to be... I will not be the subject of vicious gossip here or anywhere else.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the matter?
Several of my my ancestors are buried here. From what I gather, nobody's been in here for about a century. I'd like to look around.
Could I? Sure. You go right around that counter, and I'll give you a full set of instructions.
You're looking very well, Edward.
Spare me your flattery, Laura.
No, I mean it.
I tried to keep it on the road, but I couldn't make it when I got to that big curve about 100 miles from the... 100 miles. It seemed like 100 miles. 100 feet from the bottom of the hill. And then I went right over the edge.
When I came back, I thought perhaps this might happen. So I am not unprepared.
It was the time when the world was open to us. And then, all of a sudden, there were too many outsiders.
Keep looking into my eyes. Deeper and deeper into my eyes. And tell me what you see.
I'm sure Amy will be very pleased.
I'm pleased myself.
Chris, about Amy.
In face of all the evidence to the contrary, you still give credence to the boy's stories. Now, I've tried to cooperate with all of you, and I've been rewarded with one slap in the face after the other.
I saw your sister Sarah tonight.
But there are only 3 coffins in the mausoleum.
No. There's one more in there.
There isn't any third coffin any fourth coffin in the mausoleum, David.
Whose is it?
Hello, police?
Julia, remember! Remember someone!
Yes,
Dave Woodard.
I want to report.
Dave Woodard! Remember Dave Woodard!
Dr. Hoffman, I'm Mr. Woodard.
How are you, David?
Mysterious men moving coffins? Why? For what purpose?
Ask Dr. Hoffman. She can tell you it was there.
Julia, we must contact Josette's spirit and find out the truth.
What is it?
You see, Joshua, Josette's been so sad for such a long time.
Would you like me to make sure that Roger hasn't come back? You'll be all right?
If you'll excuse me, Miss Winters, I must be on my way. Good afternoon.
I can't quite see you as protector of the family reputation or guardian of Edward's honor.
And why?
I want your permission, Elizabeth, to take the children here from now. Come.
This is my cousin Barnabas from England. He'll be staying with us for a while. Oh, if you need any help of any kind, Wilkins is the man to see.
I was in the mausoleum. Daniel ran out to get help, and suddenly I heard a scream.
Thank you for saving Daniel. But I won't let you give yourself up.
Don't feel too bad, Amy. I don't like to see my relatives. That's because I like to be left alone. I guess if you were a boy, you'd like to be left alone too.
I think it's very serious. It must be.
I think David can be David can be a very serious problem, Maggie. He's too imaginative. He always has been.
But at sunrise, when the sun comes over the ocean, everything begins to change color.
Got it?
Daphne, I want you to come to Rose Cottage with me and spend the night there.
But I can't do that.
Well, you can't very well stay here either, can you? Not if your life is in danger.
I've got no choice.
I thought I heard voices in here. Mm-hmm.
Quentin!
Huh?
I couldn't wait in the foyer for you.
She's laughing at me. I can tell. I gotta get away from her.
David. Sarah, hi. Hi. Where have you been?
Oh, around.
Around where? Haven't seen you at all.
Around here, mostly. Where have you been?
What was he doing there when you saw him?
Unlocking a door. Locking a door.
What door?
The cellar door.
Where are the Todds?
Sorry, Sheriff, they're out for the evening.
Oh, do you know where they went?
Oh, I sneaked into the school against Reverend Trask's orders. Where's Judith?
You love her still! Don't you? Don't you? Tell me! Oh! Oh!
Have you heard from the police since last we saw you?
I called. There's no news.
Bye, Mother.
Bye, darling.
Roger! How good to see you back. How was your trip?
Quite depressing, I'm afraid. Hello, darling.
Hello, Roger.
Quentin, I must see you alone. I found out so much about our mutual friend, but we must act quickly.
Not tonight, Barnabas.
But Jameson...
I said not tonight. Excuse me.
Come in, Miss Winters.
I will not sit here accepting this.
Willie, will you help me carry him into the house now?
Okay, Julia. I'll do what you tell me. But remember, I gotta do what you tell me. Hey, what are we gonna tell people? Roger and everybody up at the big house.
I don't know.
Catch her at the crossroads in the dead of night.
Listen, if Dr. Guthrie turns up, tell him I'm on my way.
You think there's something about them I haven't told you.
Oh, Maggie.
You've convinced yourself there's another man in my life. There was just something someone could do.
The only possible thing is...
Larry, you must tell me what you want.
Well, I haven't got time for now. Where is Cyrus?
He left earlier this evening.
Well, I've got to get downstairs in the lab.
You know I'm not allowed to let anyone in unless Cyrus...
You must find those wands.
And yet, why did Daphne have this drawing? This place must have some connection.
I'll be back, Daphne. Maybe back in a few minutes, maybe a few hours. But I'll be back.
It must be Angelique. It must be. I know it is.
I don't believe it.
Julia, if you do the experiment...
Quentin, that hand is bad. It is evil. It is the hand of Count Petorfi. Oh, Quentin.
Braithwaite knew who he had sold that book to, that pentagram so many years ago.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The book. You took it from the old house.
The book?
The hand.
All of a sudden, the book flew right out of my hands.
You think if you make me angry enough, I'll leave.
Okay, so I went a little overboard. But I just think you ought to get off this history kick for a while.
You better get used to me being around. I'm going to be here quite a while. I'm a very good friend of yours.
Oh, a long, long time ago.
When you were 6, something happened, didn't it? David told me that. Yes, he did. You know, sir, that some people think that David ought to be put away for treatment.
Quentin Collins. Return from the dark borderline of death.
You did this. I should have known.
You killed her!
Carolyn.
Where are you? Why can't I hear you, see you?
And if after a while that you're still disturbed by it, then I'll take it back. And please, don't be afraid of what being trapped by the past means.
He needs friends.
He needs you.
Yes, he does.
Vicky wasn't on the next bus either? No. And Mr. Garner checked with the bus company, and no girl fitting Vicky's description has been on any of the buses to Bangor.
Barnabas, the biggest threat to you right now is that notebook. If we're able to get that from her, is it necessary to kill her?
Yes.
How could you sink so low? Do a thing like that to rob a stiff. Willie. Willie.
Mrs. Collins, I want to go and find Maggie.
Where?
Well, I don't know. I somehow feel that she must be around here.
Come, David. We've got to go to the playroom now.
I'm gonna be the prosecutor. And I'm gonna be the judge.
That ain't fair.
Open the door, Martha. Open the door, Martha.
Do you, collect weapons by any chance?
No, I don't. Mr. Collins, are you quite sure Mrs. Stoddard will be down shortly? I'd like to see Mrs. Todd if she's here, too.
I have faith that Melanie will be herself again when the curse is broken.
And when will that be?
Because you love her?
Because she has done nothing wrong.
Why don't you want her to live? Why do you want her to live? We had to go to the police. We had to lock her up, or she would have gone to the police.
Don't you think that I would like to help Bramwell kill the ghost of Brutus Collins?
Who helped you? If someone helped you to bring me back to life, perhaps they know the key to stopping this terrible cold. Take me to whomever it is.
Burke's always been envious.
Envious? Who'd envy you? You're nothing but a bunch of hypocritical cowards.
What do you want? Well, surely you must know who I am.
No. No one's told me anything.
And I was furious with him when he said he would accept the case. That he would prosecute against you.
And already I've taken some steps in that direction.
Who?
It is a gypsy.
Oh, I'm really not so dedicated to the occult as you would seem to imagine. I'm merely a dabbler. But what do you want to speak about the partnership? Barnabas, before you go,
Yes?
I would like your opinion on my late sister's latest brainstorm.
Roger.
She is planning to open up the West Wing for Burke Devlin.
Devlin?
Yes, Devlin. He is planning to come in here bag and baggage. Now, what do you think of that?
Thank you very much, Miss Winters.
You wanted an answer. You've received it. Now, will you please oblige me by leaving?
Mother, I cannot allow you to do this.
I already have. You have the deed to the house, and it's yours.
No, I know what trouble this will mean for you when Father finds out about it.
Catch your breath and tell me what you can.
I'll be all right, Mrs. Dyer, in just a minute.
Then she'll come to me, I know. Sooner or later, she will come to me.
I don't know the truth, and I never have. I only stopped Carrie, Melanie, because it was an exercise in futility.
That's not true!
David's health should be our first consideration.
We're sending 2 of our young junior executives to a sales training program in Boston, and I see no reason why Clark shouldn't go too. And if his report is good...
Oh, it will be.
Well, then we'll certainly find a place for him.
Roger, thank you. You don't know. This means that we can get married sooner.
I'll go on. But I hope you know that you're doing me, that I am doing you a very big favor in giving you all this information.
Want me to come with you?
No, I think we'd better stick together. No, we can't stick together.
She'll be better off lying downstairs, upstairs in her room.
I'll help you get her.
My word, what is it?
An earring, I think.
Really? Such an unusual design.
Isn't it? I found this in the playroom the night before last.
This is Barnabas's house, and I think this is probably the photograph, the painting that will hang there from now on.
Flora is our last chance. My plans have changed here in Conwood.
Who could it have been, then?
I don't know. It could have been the wind, for all I know. I just don't think we ought to jump to conclusions.
I don't want to start a new life with the threat of a new moon and a full moon hanging over me each time.
I'm frightened. Oh, good. Good, because Cyrus Longworth never did. Now, what's wrong with you, Sabrina? You think too much. It's very easy to kill.
Gabriel, please listen to me. You said I was your friend. Killing me won't get you away from here. No!
I expect you wonder what I'm doing here, right?
No, I'm glad you're here. I need company.
Adam!
Now stop it, I'll call the police! Look what you're doing!
What are you doing in here? Where's Maggie Evans? Maggie! Maggie! Maggie!
No one can stop me.
Yes, I can. With this.
Barnabas!
You know what to do, Vicky. You know what to do now, Julia. Go, please, hurry.
No, stay here, Dr. Hoffman.
You do not touch Julia.
We'll get him tonight. We'll get Cousin Barnabas tonight.